Okay, hi. Today, I'm going to start out kneeling. If that's not a great place for you to begin a workout, you can do the same exercises seated, floor or chair, or standing. But if you're comfortable with this, I'm going to go into a tall kneel. For your breathing warm-up, we're going to go through a physiological sigh a few times to get us connected with the breath, but also to bring focus and calming through our nervous system. Not so we relax, but just so we can pay better attention to the rest of the workout. Okay, I'm going to mimic the breath with my arms. Now, a physiological sigh, you're going to take an inhale, and then inhale a second time, and then do a smooth, long exhale. Let's try. As you inhale, the arms are going to go up for 1, take another inhale, 2, and then big exhale to come down. Now, I'm just going to breathe it twice. Feel that little bounce with it. So you're going to inhale, big smooth exhale, taking that breath in through the nose for 1. Taller 2, big exhale through the mouth. Just one more time, root down into those knees. Inhale, and exhale back down. All right, I'm going to go into a side bend pattern. As I inhale, I'm going to take my arm overhead, go right into the side bend, and then exhale to return. Switching sides every time. Inhale over and exhale up. Now I'm letting the shoulder blades slide down on one side as the other elevates to follow that natural movement of the arm. Now if you're in a kneeling or standing position, you can also throw a little hip shift to the side. Can't do much of that when you're sitting. But that little bit of extra lean takes that stretch, brings it more down into the waist and the outer hip. Exhale up. One more time. Inhale over and exhale to lift. Let's go down into kneeling on your hands and knees. When you come into your quadruped position, there should be a little space in between your legs, so your knees are right under your hip joints. Try to make your weight even for a second, just so you can sense where that is between your arms and legs. Now, stay gently pressed away from the floor in a neutral spine, and I want you to shift back about halfway toward your heels. We'll do a cat stretch as we shift the weight forward and back. So in the first direction, I want you to take an exhale, and you're going to round your spine into flexion and shift your weight forward over your hands. Then as you inhale, you're going to extend your spine and push your weight back towards your heels. Exhale, round your spine, shift forward. Inhale, extend your spine, shift back. Scoop the abs in as you curl. And inhale, extend 2 more times, spreading the blades apart, gliding them together as you extend and shift back. One more time, rounding and then extending. Now, switch directions. I want you to exhale as you shift forward. Drag yourself with your arms. Inhale into your back as you flex and shift back. And then exhale forward. So different use of the breath now. I want you to inhale into that open mid-back as you flex. Exhale, feel the support of your abs like a hammock underneath you. Inhale, round 2 more times. Feel those sit bones get wider as you extend, shift forward. Exhale, scoop, flex, and back. Good, you're still lifting your heart, shift forward. Exhale, scoop it back. Okay, from here, let's go down onto your forearms in a reclined position to go into the hip release exercise. As you're setting up for this, leave some space between your feet. I want you to push away from the floor with your forearms so you feel your chest lifted. Look forward towards your legs and try to keep your pelvis still as you drop your one knee out to the side and glide your foot down the mat. Now you're going to turn that leg in as you bend it to pull it back. So it'll be an inhale, release your knee out to the side, glide the foot away from you. Exhale to rotate your leg in, pull back up towards the ceiling. Inhale, drop your knee out, glide your foot down the mat. Exhale, rotate and lift. Let's go the other way. Drop your knee in towards center, slide it down the mat. Exhale, turn it out as you drag your heel in and then lift your knee. So you're going to let it fall in. So that's medial rotation now as you're gliding away. Lateral rotation as you turn out the knee, then lift. One more time. Drop it in towards the midline, glide it down. Rotate out. Keep that pelvis steady as you pull the leg back in. Push away a little more with your forearms. Make sure we have not forgotten about the upper body. First direction again. Inhale, knee falls out to the side, glides down the mat. Exhale, turn it in towards the midline as you pull it up. Anchor down that opposite hip to resist the weight of the leg gliding away. turn it in, pull back up. One more time, drop out, slide down the mat. Rotate your leg in, pull back up. Let's reverse that. Drop your knee in towards the center and slide your foot down the mat. Turn out your toes, drag your heel in, and lift your knee. Let the knee fall towards center, slide away. Turn your toes out, drag your heel in, and lift. One more time, drop towards the midline, glide away. Turn out your toes, drag your heel in, and lift your knee. All right, now let's go down flat onto your back. Still work with your knees bent and a little space between your feet. We're going to bridge. I want you to start out just 3 times, base pattern of taking an exhale to lift your hips straight up into a bridge. Here, you'll feel a little stretch through your front of your thighs. Then when we roll back down, I want you to do it like a hip roll, where you're doing 1 vertebra at a time through your ribs, low back, and hips, and come all the way back to neutral. Once neutral, you're going to go straight up, just activating glutes and hamstrings to lift you. And then inhale, you're going to roll down through your back and unravel. Do one more time like that. Exhale, lift your hips up to bridge. Inhale, roll your way back down. Now you're going to maintain your bridge, and we're going to alternate lifting up one heel at a time. Exhale, set up that bridge. All right, now as you inhale, you're going to rock your heel off the mat so you're just on the ball of one foot like a high heel shoe, and then put it back down. Inhale, lift your other leg. Exhale, drop it. Now as you're alternating, you're trying to keep your hips level and just isolate the ankle and the hip changing. One more on each side. And inhale, lift and lower. Now roll down again, one bone at a time, and back to neutral. All right, now you're going to try to actually lift the whole foot. So we'll still lead at the heel, pick up the toe. On this, if your feet are real far away, you're likely to get a Charlie horse to get those suckers in close. Okay, let's take an exhale. Press your hips up to bridge. Now I want you to pause on the inhale. When you exhale, roll one heel, then the ball of the foot. Then we're just going to barely pick up the tip of the toe and then lower it down, toe, ball, heel, other foot. Exhale, roll heel, ball, toe to pick it up. And then toe, ball, heel. Exhale, roll through the foot. Take that tiny march, the smaller, the more challenging. Roll back down. Exhale, roll it off and lift. And inhale, roll back down. One more on each side. Pull those abs and keep the pubic bone tipped up as you march. Roll back down. Last one. Exhale, march it up. And inhale, roll through the foot again. Let's roll down through that spine one more time. And come on out of it. All right, let's go on to your side. You're going to use your bottom hands like a pillow and just rest your head on your forearm. I want you to start the first exercise with your bottom leg out straight, and you're going to have your top leg bent at the knee. Not really like a tabletop, just bent at the knee. You'll see why I'm not being specific. Okay, top hand anchoring you down to the mat. I want you to rotate your top leg, tipping your knee down to the floor. And then you're going to bring your leg behind you, and as you turn it out, you're going to try to bring your toe to the ground behind you. So my knee is going to go down in the front, and my toe is going to go down in the back. I don't have a breathing pattern for you. Just keep breathing. And don't be afraid to use this arm. Try to keep tension out of the top of your shoulder as you're doing this, but you definitely want to stabilize to prevent you from rolling off your side. And back. We're going to do this 3 more times. Knee tipping down and rotating out. And 2, and out. One more time, turning down, and then back up. All right, now I'm going to have you take both of your knees into a slight bend for now, kind of like the clamshell position. And I'm going to have you reach your top arm forward, and then you're going to take your top leg, straighten it out in extension. Now, just gentle with this, but reach your hand forward towards me. Yes, like that. And take your toes and reach them back towards the wall behind you, so you're getting that opposition. All right, now when you breathe in, I want you to bend your elbow and bend your knee. So knees going forward, elbows going back. When you exhale, now you're going to reach towards me with your foot, and your arm's going to reach back towards the wall behind you. You're going to inhale, bend your knee, bend your elbow, and now exhale, reach towards me with your hand and reach your foot away from me. So we get that rotation through your torso. Inhale, bend. Exhale, reach back, look at the hand behind you. Inhale, bend your elbow and knee, and reach it forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, kick that foot out, arm reaches back, then inhale, bend, and exhale, rotate the other way. Last time. Bend the knee and elbow, extend back into that twist, and then bend again, open that hip, reach your arm forward. All right, let's flip over and we'll do that again on the other side. All right, exercise 1. Support your head on your hand. Bottom leg's going to be straight. Top leg bent in the air, bracing with your top arm. Okay, you're going to tap your knee down in front of you and then your toe down behind you. I'm sorry, I'm not being very helpful with the breathing. Just make one phase of breath one direction and the other phase the other direction. So like I'm inhaling and exhaling. Let's do 4 more like that. Resist rolling back. Just let that leg move. 3. Tap your toe down. 2 more times. Knee to floor and foot. Last one. Knee down and foot down. All right, both knees into that clamshell. Top arm forward. Dramatically reach towards me and then send that leg back and resist it. All right, you're going to take an inhale, bend your knee and elbow. So you kind of come through that tabletop position. Exhale, rotate your upper body, kick your foot towards the screen. Inhale, bend your knee and elbow. And then exhale, reach it back. Let's do it again. Inhale, bend. Let your head turn with your spine. Look towards that back hand. Bend your knee and elbow. Reach away. Get that protraction there through the shoulder. Inhale, bend. Exhale, kick that leg back. Pull your abs in. Bend your knee. Reach away. Give me length. Fingers to toes. 2 more times. Inhale, bend. Rotate. Kick that foot out for a hamstring stretch. Bend your knee and elbow. Reach it away. Last time. Inhale, bend. Kick it out. Bend it again. And push it away. All right. From here, I'm going to go into the 100 next. So you're going to go back down onto your back. We're going to do crazy 100, so I'm going to cue a change of your legs every 5 counts. If you do not like that, just keep your legs in tabletop or out straight. Arms are by your sides. You're going to take an exhale breath, rock into an imprint if you do your open chain stuff in that position, and then you're going to keep your pelvis stable and lift up one leg at a time to tabletop. Let's stay here for a breath in. On the next exhale, nod your chin, curl up your upper body, or to protect your neck, you can leave your head down. Let's bounce. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can reach your legs out straight. Take them straight up to the ceiling, then straight down again. Now back to tabletop. And push them out long. Inhale up, and exhale to lower. Now back to tabletop. And exhale away. 3, 4, 5, and inhale up. And exhale to lower. 2 more sets. Now tabletop. And exhale, push out. Inhale up. Exhale to lower. Last round. Now tabletop. And exhale away. Inhale to lift it. And exhale to lower. All right, tuck your knees and give yourself a little huggy. And lower back down. Please turn over onto your stomach. Let's extend your upper back. All right, we're going to start with a couple breaststroke props just to mobilize the scapula and the thoracic spine. And we'll play around with a little hovering and a little swimming. You want to start with your legs parallel, little space in between them. And just so we're transitioning right into that swim when we get there, I want you to make a slight turnout of your legs. Okay, arms are set like a W in your starting position. And lower your upper body so you're hovering really close to the mat. Just give yourself some room to breathe. All right, now I'm going to take an inhale breath. Start to lift the gaze and your head to look towards the end of the mat. Pull your shoulder blades back and down by giving a little pressure into your forearms. We want to stop when there's just 1 or 2 ribs left on the mat. Then when you exhale, compress your abs and lower back down through each rib, then your neck and head. As you inhale, start to lift again. Reach your ears away from your shoulders. Let your shoulder blades glide back and down into a V. And then exhale, compress your abs, lower down, hugging your ribs together. Inhale, reach your ears away from your shoulders, open those collarbones wide. And then exhale, compress your abs, lower back down. Now, inhale, lift up again. We're going to use this as our starting position. And from here, I want you to go to superhero. So we're going to lower into hover, and we're going to take the arms off the mat to increase the load on your upper back. Inhale, push yourself back up, catch yourself on your forearms. Exhale, pull your abs in. Glutes should feel active to stabilize your pelvis. Go to that hover. Inhale, catch yourself on your arms, lift back up. 1 more time like that. Exhale to that low hover. Feel the load of your upper body when your arms are straight. Inhale, lift back up, and then come all the way back down on your exhale. All right, so now you felt the load of your arms, and when we go to the full swim, you're going to be holding your upper body up like you felt, and your legs as well. Let's go ahead and shoot those arms overhead. All right, so hands and feet are still on the floor for a sec. Push away from the ground a little bit so you get that activated hover from your tailbone to your head. Now when you exhale, you're going to draw your abs in and lift your arms and legs off the mat. Now use your 100 breathing, and we're going to flutter, alternating opposite arm and leg. 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the emphasis of this move is on lifting. So feel that contralateral. You've got one leg in the glute working with the shoulder and resisting, rotating through the trunk. 2 more breaths. 2, 3, 4, 5. Long energy through those limbs. Last 10. And pull those abs away from the mat. Reach out long, inhale. Exhale to come back down. All right, from here, push yourself back into the shell stretch. Sit your hips onto your heels and round your spine. Now just stay there. Let's catch our breath. Take a nice big inhale into your back. I say catch your breath. Focus on your breath, I meant to say. Exhale, pull your abs in. I need to catch my breath. But that's from talking. And again, breathe in. Send it deep into your ribs. Feel your diaphragm moving. And when you exhale, compress those abs in just a little more. One more breath in to hold. Exhale, roll up to sitting. All right, let's stay sitting. You're going to sit with your legs crossed for the next exercise. This is going to be spine twist into pike. So we need to do a little coordination with our arms and our legs. I want you to sit so that your right leg is in closer to your body and your left leg is on the outside. I'm also going to move up just a little bit. Okay, so instead of actually crossing them over each other. Now you're going to take both of your arms out to the side, and you're going to rotate to the right 3 times. So I'm going to turn away from the screen, and I'm going to pulse 3, 2, 1. Then as you inhale, you're going to turn back towards, okay, I did do it the right way. Okay, redo. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Way too far into this video to start over again. And a siren's going by. Okay, doodly-doo, doodly-doo. Let's try this again. Go towards the screen. My bad. Okay, so you're going to twist to the left for 3, 2, 1. Now go ahead and turn to the right. You're going to reach behind you. Put your hands on the floor. Pike your hips up with your sit bones wide. So I want you to try to create a downward dog position here. Now, keep turning. So you're going to go towards the screen, and when you land, your legs should be in the opposite configuration. Now I'm going to twist away from the screen for 3, 2, 1. Turn back towards the screen, hands to the floor, hips up. That's just how I'm going to speak from now on. Okay. Spiral back down in the other direction. Now we rotate 3 pulses to the screen. 2, 1. Turn away from it. Plant your hands on the ground. Sit bone shift back and up. Spiral back down. Rotate. Chin lifted. 3. Look towards that back hand. 1. Rotate. Linger in that downward dog. Stick those sit bones up. Rotate back. Let's do one more set to each side. 3, 2, 1. Turn away from the screen. Shift your weight back towards your feet. Spiral back down. Last time for 3, 2, 1. I want you to go to that pike, and you're going to stay there now. All right. In your pike, adjust if you need to make it like a real happy downward dog for you. Check your feet out. They should be close together now. Walk them in a bit. And you're going to go into a walking the dog set. So you're going to alternate, dropping one heel, then the other. Always thinking of the sit bones pointing up, but shifting back as you're pushing the heels down. Let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. All right. I want to get us to a plank, so you can either go down to your knees and recreate it there, or if you just want to keep this challenging, just walk your hands out and let's set a plank here. All right, ankles still, shifting your weight back while maintaining the plank and forward. Okay, so now this still is giving you a calf stretch, but more focus on getting the load over your arms, preparing us for leg pull front. 2 more of these. And 1. Drop down to your knees. Let's all shift the weight back for a sec. Okay, so when we're in leg pull front, you're going to be on one leg, but we are going to do that little rocker forward and backwards on your ankle. Just 1 on each set. Okay. Spread your fingertips apart, get the weight of your body over your arms, and extend the legs into make that plank. As you inhale, lift a leg to hip height. When you exhale, you're going to shift back and point the toes in the air. Inhale, shift forward and flex your foot, then exhale to place that foot down. Other leg, inhale, lift it. Exhale, shift back and point. Shift forward and flex. Lower your foot, tap your knees down. All right, next time we go up, I'm going to get you through 2 marches on each side. Then the third set, 3 marches on each side. You can just keep doing singles if that feels better. Okay. Again, too much talking, not enough breathing. Let's push up. All right, get your plank, push away from the floor, pull those abs and squeeze those glutes. Inhale, lift one leg. Exhale, shift back and point. When you shift forward, keep those hips low, then place your foot down. Other side, inhale, lift. Shift back, point. Shift forward, flex. Place the foot down. Inhale, lift your leg to hip height. Shift back, point the toes in the air. Shift forward, flex that foot. Drop it down. One more time, lift. Shift back, point. Forward to flex. Drop your foot, drop your knees. Shift your weight back. 2 breathes. Let those shoulders kind of sink during that time, just so we're getting a nice little stretch in your lats. One more round. All right, let's try a set of 3. Hold on one second. Okay. Shift your weight into your fingers. Come on off your knees. Let's take an inhale. Lift your leg to hip height. Shift back and point your toes. Shift forward and flex your foot, and then lower your leg down. Other one goes up as you inhale. Shift back, point. Shift forward, flex. Lower your foot down. Inhale, lift. Shift, reach towards the wall behind you. Bring the weight over your hands, lower down. Inhale, up. Shift back, point. Forward and flex. Then lower, one more on each side. Inhale, lift. Shift back, point. Shift forward, flex. Lower back down. Last time, lift it. Mic kicked off, but I kept talking. All right, sit back in a shell stretch. Go ahead and roll yourself back out of that. All right, now I'm going to have you sit. Next, we're going to go into the open leg rocker. Before we do, let's prep your body for that. Very different kind of exercise. So first, just place your hands behind your thighs, and I want you to roll off your sit bone and just round your lower spine, and then come back up to straight. Do that 2 more times. Rock back and lift back up. One more like that. Rock back, lift back up. Now, can you just round your lower spine? So we've come just off the sit bones, but not into that full collapse. You're going to stay tall through your upper back like you're doing a teaser. I want you to take one leg off the mat, and then when you exhale, you're going to extend that leg towards the ceiling. So right now I'm showing supporting behind the thigh, or if you prefer to, you can hold the leg and get that stretch. And you're just going to reach it up. Do that one more time. Keep lifting your chest to meet your toes and lower it down. Let's try the same thing with your other leg. So I'm going to take the leg up so I can either go just like that, a little kick up, or giving it a little more support by grabbing the lower leg. Exhale, extend the leg, lift your heart. One more time like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to do the version of open leg rockers where we straighten and bend your knee. If you know the full exercise and you want to do it, do it. Okay. Roll back off your sit bones again, so you've rounded the lower spine. Now lift your leg up to tabletop one at a time. Okay, so you want to leave a little space between the legs. That's the open leg part. I want you to lift your chest so you feel like you're in that teaser upper body when we're at the top. That's the balance challenge. Now to roll back, you're going to use that full collapse. So if you see how I'm rolling away from my legs, then I'm going to rock back and kick the legs straight. Then I'm going to round forward, bending the knees and lifting the heart up. Exhale, rock back into that full flexion, kick the legs out. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your chest, slide your shoulders down. So now I want to use this kind of like you'd pump your legs on the swing to give me momentum to rock forward and back, but then I'm challenging myself by slowing down that momentum, coming to stillness in this balance pose. 4 more times. Roll up, glide your shoulders down, lift your chest and chin. And 3, get that full scoop with your exhale, reach your legs, curl, lift back up. One more time. Roll down, kick them, and then curl back up and balance. All right, feet back down. Now let's go into open leg rocker. So we're going to start vertical on your sit bones, feet flat, or you can go toes up if you can get your legs more shallow that way. Reach your arms forward at chest height. And once again, we'll begin by rocking your pelvis back. So you're going to curl back to round your lower spine towards the mat and then swing one arm down and back to twist the upper half. And then inhale, turn forward and sit up tall. Other way, roll back, rotate, sweeping your arm down and back behind you. Inhale, turn forward, rise to the sit bones. As you roll back and you're twisting, I want you to look towards that back hand. Inhale, back up. So the low back does the flexing, the upper spine does the twisting. Inhale, back up. Therefore, when I roll back, I'm feeling it evenly on both sit bones. That's how I know I'm doing flexion with the lumbar spine, by curling both sides of the pelvis away from the thighs. Inhale, back up. One more to each side. Gazing towards that back hand. Inhale, tall, tail to head, one more time, rolling back. And then lifting back up again. And then just take a little flex forward over your legs. All right, we're going to come up to standing for the last couple exercises. And I'd like you to work with your legs parallel, hip width apart. We're going to start with just a squat pattern first. So weight over your heels. I want you to swing your arms back when you're in the squat and up to chest height when you stand. That's element one. Let me give you side view. So I'm going down and up, always with the weight on the heels. Okay, so that's something I want you to be mindful of and navigate your way through. Now we're going to turn that into, when we rise, we're going to add a heel lift. So I'm going to come up through standing, lift the heels with the arms overhead, back to standing squat. I'm going to smooth that out a little bit. We're not jumping, so I want you to feel a distinct stand, then weight shift, land, squat. Not that jumping is easy, but I want to take away the natural fluidity of a jump by making that midpoint. So I'm going to stand, heels up, down, squat, 3 more, lift, drop, squat, 2. One more time, we're going to finish standing and just take those heels down. All right, now step one leg back into a casual fencer's lunge, arms overhead. In this position, again, you don't really have to exaggerate it, but let's take those arms up, let those hips go forward so you have a bit of opening in that back hip. And now I want you to bend your knee into a knee driver, and we're going to tuck the elbows down, balance on one foot, and then come back to that lunge. So let's use an exhale, inhale pattern. And when you breathe in, let it go into your chest, but in a way that has you still lifting up from your upper body as your hip and leg push down. So you want to get that opposition. 3, lift, 2, and 1. Other leg. All right, so I'm going to step it back. So I've got that weight back in that back leg, lifting the arms, taking a big breath in to lift the chest more. Exhale, drive that knee up. Inhale, return. Lifting and releasing. Feel the compression into your core. The arm and leg are helping pull into the middle, then traction away. Tuck and reach. You've got 3. And 2. And 1. All right. Last but not least, give me this guy. Side bend and do a little curtsy. Back up through the middle. And I want you to linger in it like I did, a little bouncing. And then back up. So we're kind of tractioning into the stretch and playing with it a little. And lift and over. 2, 3. Let's do 2 more sets to each side. And bend. 2, 3. And up. Reach. Let that head fall. 1 more on each side. And over. 2, 3. And up. Last time. 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. Have a lovely day. I'll see you later.